Okay, let me try a moment. What do the other two get for abilities? Out of curiosity. Right, it's... Oh, great, it's reading time. And then I gotta go in the new dungeon, do more reading. Oh, no. And I have to figure out... And I gotta figure out what, like, party I'm gonna use. Okay. Bulletproof and protein. I guess that makes sense, because those two abilities are pretty damn good. Stop wriggle. What do you mean I need to stop wriggle? What's the stop? Her butterfly is trying to eat Tenchi's peach. You're right. Let her have it. Yeah. Yep. What am I looking here? I already looked at your like base like stats here. Right, and there's also Yuyuko too. Yuyuko's new. I kind of like looked broadly through you, but I didn't like look at everything. Like you have the fire damage boost, which is great. You have alongside Kaine. Why do you have stacks? The first thing I read was stacks. Not a bad art in terms of just kind of some of its base stuff. 8 stacks of wounds, up to 100. Damage is used for 8% of their max HP upon use. Okay, that's interesting. At least 1 stack Crimson Wounds increased power by 8, and a further 1 point for every 2 stacks. Increased it by 48. That's not bad. Like, if you can get a bunch of stacks... I don't know if you want to be, like, building up all the stacks, but that's worth something. Single target. Back down. Whatever. Cool. Regen. Crimson Vitality. Crimson Vitality is different than Crimson Wounds. Why do we have 2 stacks, game? What are we doing? I think their total stacks of Crimson Vitality and Crimson Wounds. Okay, so that's how that's where this comes from. So you really gotta get those if you want to be resurrecting. Consumes 12 stacks of vitality. So as is, that takes 2 turns, but this will let it take 1. All enemies. Attack magic down, not bad. Good damage multiplier. Not the best POW though, which is annoying. Power gets enemies attack down. Use attack down, potency, and the magic down potency. Weird that this buff makes the attack like more prominent than the magic, like slightly, for whatever reason. Or the attack, like the potency. Yeah, well, the chance stronger. Potency is the same. Uses all stats by 50% when under 40% HP. Quirky. Grants buffs at the start of turn when they're 50% HP. Very quirky. Grants a restorative focused buff. Plasmix with the regeneration skill. This one. For 1.4 times usual HP, but it also makes it no longer grant vitality stacks. Make the regeneration skill grant bonus Crimson Vitality stacks will no longer... Okay. See, you can either supercharge one or the other if you really want the healing or you really want the stats. 4 stacks is Vitality, Heal, Poison, Paralysis, Heavy, and stats up. So the basic combat stats. Not bad. Wait, that's all allies. Oh, reading the attack explains the attack. Runs 10 of the consumed stacks after use. Neat. Not bad. All enemies, really good attack modifier. 50 stacks vitality, recovers 20% HP. That's a sick attack. 25% HP of all friendlies HP upon use rather than only the user. Okay. At least one stack of Resurrection, increase power by 10, a further 10 for each stack of Resurrection. Not bad. Grants stacks of Crystal Vitality, Crystal Wounds equal to the current stacks of Resurrection at the start of each turn. 2 stacks of Crimson Wounds upon taking damage from any attack, and further stacks equal to 1/5 of the percentage HP lost. And that just makes that give you some more stacks. At least 20 stacks of Vitality and Wounds, but that doesn't eat the stacks, which is good. 40/40. So these are just like upgraded versions of the previous one. This creates, it buffs all of them. Makes it equal to the target's attack down potency. Not bad. Attack up. Self. Grants 20 stacks of wounds and damage used for 24% of their max HP. One time to do 20% damage off and damage taken. Ooh, that's not... That's interesting. Consumes stacks and heals and damages the user. I don't love that consumes stacks, and it's not even like the nuts in terms of damage. Recovers 1% of damage dealt as HP. Further one for each stack of wounds. At least one stack increases by 10 points, a further 1 for every stack. Okay, so that can also increase the damage. Adds Dark Element if at least 50. Okay, not bad. For every 9 wounds. Okay, cool. More healing. 25 stacks of wounds upon use. The damage is 25% of the max HP. That recovers 2% of the damage dealt as HP. Another pretty solid attack in terms of base numbers. Power, the lower the HP is. Max of 60. That's not bad. That's good. Damage dealt, the lower the target's HP is. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of words. Until this life, repeat countless time, burns away. Decent attack mod. Solid attack modifier. Powers increased based on 10 points for every stack of Deathbound Hellfire. The fuck is Deathbound Hellfire? And damage multipliers increased by 40 for every stack. Grants 1 stack of Deathbound Hellfire, max 5. Consumes 12 wounds. Damages for 30% max HP after use. Deathbound Hellfire buff makes it so that upon receiving a turn, the holder will be unable to act manually and will reuse the spell on their own. If they lack the required HP, MP, or Crimson Wound stacks to start turn, all Deathbound Hellfire stacks will be lost. What? I mean, if you get a few stacks of these going, right? Like at 3 stacks, 170% attack power with a 260 damage multiplier. All enemies, fire and dark. That's quirky. It grants all stats up after use. Small, but it does exist. Damage dealt if the party has 9 or less members. Or 3 less. Yeah, okay. Actually nice. That's cool. Aiden, what do you got for me, girl? Bonds of Iante. Makes sense. People of the Moon. You have to regard factor 3/4 of its value. 50% chance to do 1 MP at the start of turn. Makes sense, makes sense. Half of its actual value. That's quirky. Yep. Rayson didn't get this one, right? Brought down half its actual value. Assuming that's a mind of 50, that's a mind of 50, mind of 50, mind of 50. That drops them all down to a quarter. Deward, 16 to 17F. Proud of you, Damikos. Let's look at these real quick. On hitting and damaging an enemy weakness of 75 or less, cool. Chance to recover MP upon defeating an enemy. Damage taken by 12 from attacks that hit and damage weakness of 99 or less. Source 3 MP. Cool. Rayson not noble enough? True. She's washed. Adds age. It adds a poison to all of skill holders' attack spells. Okay. Not bad. Increases the poison chance and the potency for a stack of Physician's Arcanum. Let's look at this. One stack of Physician's Arcanum upon restoring an ally to full HP. Skill activates even if the target has already had full HP. Attack, death, mind, speed are increased by 1% for every stack. 2-4 for the Moon, I believe. She only gets the basic people on the Moon, not the noble people. Increases the effect to 2% per stack. Increases 10% chance to gain 1 stack upon restoring allies HP, even not restoring them to full. That's, I mean, at max, that's 20%. If you have them, right? And this scales a little bit. Not bad, not bad. Not fancy, but it's not bad. Let's look at the left side of the screen last. Damage dealt to those moves by 4% against enemies inflicted with poison. I mean, the fact that everything is inflicting poison, 40% is a lot for those 2 attacks. Quicksilver. All enemies, attack down. I mean, it's good. It's a good basic formula, right? Having higher attack power is always good. Attack power is usually the important number. Holding at least 1 stack of Physician's Arcana, increase damage multiplier by 8 and a further 12 for each stack. That helps. This increases attack down chance by 2 and further 2 for each stack. All attacks have half the stated guard factor, true. Only the 25% mind. If any targets within the spell's range have poison, this is all enemies. 40% chance to recover 8% of damage dealt to HP. That's niche. It's only chance. Have poison, increase attack down chance by 8, and potency by 4. Okay, those aren't terrible. Increase 6%. Both of them? They kind of share a similar name, or just the one on the right? No, it's just the one on the right. What am I talking about? Yeah. Omakane's device. It's just the same thing, but magic down. Put the bonuses to damage multiply instead of magic, which is generally worse, I would argue. Slightly cheaper. Slightly faster. Use the power for every stack. Yeah. Yep, boost that. It's just gonna be. It's just basically the exact same thing. Cool. Missile limit break allows the holder to recover ally HP up to 120% of their max HP. 130, 140. You have to use it once to get the effect. It's not passive, but this doesn't have a limit on it. So, right? Because this isn't a buff that you use and it's only active for 5 turns. It is active upon using it, and it's pretty quick. So it's not that bad. It's fairly cheap. It does cost a TP, but whatever. Hodai. Shanghai. Consumes 1 stack of Physician's Arcana upon use, recovers all targets' HP, and cleanses their ailments and stat debuff. That won't heal them above max HP, though, will they? Will it? That is a phenomenal heal. It's 3 stacks of Physician's Arcana upon use. AoE heal. Not bad. Gives all 5 stacks, assuming you have max. Recovers HP to the rear as well. Only half potency. Recovering units HP in the rear won't grant any stacks of Physician's Arcanum. Well, I guess that actually makes sense, because this consumes stacks, but then it gives you stacks back, probably. Possibly. Target, heal. Pretty basic. Cool. So 3% chance to gain stack upon focusing, to 50%, whatever, don't really care. Additional 12 MP when focusing at full HP. Increases speed by 33% when in the rear. Cool, I guess. Turns off my lives to full. Gets 4 stacks for the AO heal. Yeah. Increases recovery potency by 12% for every stack. Wait, is that kind of sick? Potency by 12%? Covers between 1 and the current number of physician stack arcane stacks of target's MP at random. 8% chance for every stack to consume 1 stack upon trigger. Weird. Honestly, kind of gimmicky. Use post-turn gauge by 600. 6,600, not bad. Only ability user has at least 1 stack of that. It's kind of the combined factor of taking both the attack power and the multiplier cooldown, which is weird. And negative accuracy. Spirit element of the stack when the turn comes multiple 3, increase power by 130 when it's a multiplier multiple of 12 or 13. Why? Usable if used Paul 13 last turn, consumes 2 stacks of the Shin's Arcane. Now that's a fucking strong attack. That's my astronomical entombing. Wow, that's strong, because that's also hitting to 25% mind instead of 50%. Game of Life. Usable turn counters greater than or equal to the number of party members present, so 40% TP, restores KO party member to the battlefield 50% HP, and it's just makes it stronger. Makes the bringing it back better. Sick. We love Aiden. More reliable revive than Boko, true. Might as well grab at least 1 copy of that. I'm interested to see how the Horai Elixir works. Using that up's probably a good idea. Do I want to go for Apollo 13, or do I want to buff up these other things? You know I like the Apollo 13. Although I don't get this until level 80. So that's fair. Like arguably her biggest issue is just the elite problem, right? But like I'm not emotionally attached to Junko in the least. So I have bad news, Junko. Oh, fucking gimmicky. I tried Saki today. I don't know. Will I put her on my party? Yes or no? We'll see. Alright. That's expensive. Grief, that's expensive. Like, Erin's very, very, very likely going to be a party member. Let's look at Flonny B, because she's someone I love. You know I love Flan. Grand Devil Mansion, yep. Cranberry Tree. Oh, this is the fucking weird ass fucking trick. This is the fucking weird ass cranberry. Thing that grants either the high spirit or low spirit, which ensures you rolling your high or low rolls. Ripples has the higher damage variation. Means you want to use it when you have the high spirits. Like 7% damage take a debuff on a random ally or enemy at the start of each turn with even chances. Has even chance self, no delay. Grants has even chance to grant either the user or a random enemy a one-time 20% damage dealt up buff. Turn counters will be turbo. What are we do? What are you doing, Flan? These are twice as likely to be chosen target. Multiplies damage potency to 1.5x if the user's targeted. Multiplies 1.5x if user has a low spirits debuff. All other frontliners one-time damage dealt buff the user's choice of the target. Yeah, but passes it after all, true. Increase damage dealt against enemies with that. Yep, makes sense. Fans of spells range of 75 to 140, 33 to 200. I mean, dealing double damage with a with the high spirits is pretty cool. Chance to gain upon losing high spirits upon losing low spirits. Increases bulk and speed when inflicted with low spirit. Yeah, but you don't have bulk. Speed's nice, I guess. Use that trigger chance. Happy surprise. Damage all up. High spirits only usable if user has high spirits. Wait, that's all allies. Oh, that's cool. Musical Destruction Devil up to 50% chance to gain the buffs. 66% chance. Four of a kind. Damage multiplier is increased randomly depending on turn count. Same pattern. So you want to use it on either turn on 1, 5, 9, or you want to use it on 4, 8, 12. Cool. Doesn't have the attack power you want though. Recovers MP when inflicted after use when inflicted with low spirits. Not bad. You get your MP back. Use damage multiple. What? Use damage multiplier increases based on turn count. Even more exasperated. Because multiple 4, they have high spirits, increase power by 24, and add and adds shock. That's sick. Forbidden Fruit. Both has low spirits, decreases all allies turn gauge by 1/10. Goes to 3 higher, resets turn gauge. Giga accuracy, but pretty strong overall. It is magic based. Your power gets enemies with silence. Interesting. There's 2% damage dealt. Single target attacks when SHP when holding low spirits. Increase that to 4%. Double Breako damages yourself by a shit ton. Use the Dark Resist. It will never KO. Then she gain high spirits after use 33. Fans the random damage range is minimum maximum based on the user's turn count. Max of that at 10 turn. Okay. Sure. Power. Increases recoil damage. Adds recoil damage. Power if the target is inflicted damage taken. Down. That's kind of gimmicky, this part here. Instant chance equal 12% of the user's turn counter to add a random element to the spell. That's cool. This one's the same thing but for Labyrinth. Labyrinth is the very interesting attack modifier. Do I want to use Flonny? Decisions. So let's just drop some people real quick. So now I could get dropped with Eden. Let's drop you for the time being. We're adding Aaron. I don't think there's a question there. I don't really care. We're bringing out Eden. Eden. Cast Elf team doesn't seem any good anymore. Label team's never been the same since Labby won. But that's kind of because it was stupid there, so it kind of deserves to be hit. Not gonna lie. So we got Dami Mommy here. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe a level team will show up on. Will show up for me. So the question is like, what else? Does Marissa stay? Because like, does Marissa and Chirbo stay? Like, Chirbo's also an interesting question of if I want to keep Chirbo or not. Like, Chirbo, we love Chirbo. Tenchi's obviously sticking for the time being. Although I can probably change her def back down so it's not all def oriented. It's just kind of easy farming, yeah. As long as you make it big enough. Wriggle's staying for now. Like Wriggle and Tenchi are saying is like this. Wriggle might get dropped for Remy, but in the meantime, we're using Wriggle. Aaron is obviously coming in. Really slow level up, because of course, why not? But, like, they all have slow level up, so it's to be expected, right? Does poison just, like, Wriggle? Yeah. But, I mean, they both work with poison, right? Like, it doesn't necessarily mean they're all just going to be on the field at the same time either, right? And what they do is different. Wriggle's bulky. Look at that HP. It's kind of bulky with more paralysis involved. Like, we're keeping her for the time being. Like I said, she'll probably get benched at some point, but she's chilling for now. Misty is obviously staying. Kokoro I'm keeping for the time being. I might drop her at some point. Who knows? We're keeping Cokes for now. Obviously, Renko and Maribel are obviously staying. Aaron Manifold. Holy MP, you're right. She does have MP. Now, doesn't she? She also has no TP. Where the fuck's Rumia? Hold on, let's get Rumia in here. Because, you know, we're obviously using... Oop. Backing up too far. To be honest, there's a world I kind of want to bench Maribel, but, like, I'm not going to. This kind of gives me, like, 5 spots right now. 5 spots of wiggly wooing, you feel? And kind of the good news is on this, for offense, I already have, like, 2 physical, 2 magic, so it, like, gets this up. No, no, Cokes is coming back on. Cokes is coming on for now. Like I said, I don't know if I'll use her forever, but she's coming on for now. The Doki code? Yeah, let me get right on that. Honestly, I want to bring... I want to look at the Yuyuko. You know I love me some Yuyuko. Why does she have such a fast level up in this game? What is that? I guess because they crippled her magic growth. So this still kind of splits me 3-3. With kind of this here. And then this puts me in... So, like... The characters I'm looking here are, like, obviously, like, Flani B. I'm interested to look at. She's kind of weird. Probably leans more physical than magic, but does have both. Cope. More squish. They're definitely squished, but they still stand out. Like these two are 60. These two are 65. Aaron's 66, and like still on the higher end, he got 74. 74. You got 74s. It's 9. It's definitely squished a bit, but like the weird thing about it is just Yuyuko being high. That's so weird. Yosaki try. Well, the problem is because Chen, Sakuya, Chirbo, and Flan are all like the ones I'm the most considering here, right? And Marissa as well. Marissa gets benched. Get out of here, girl. But like Chen, Chirbo, Sakuya, and Flan are like the ones I'm contemplating right now. On TP. Who needs TP? And, you know, they're all physical oriented, which gives me 1, 2, 3 magic attackers, 3.5 if you count Aaron as well. I see. I could add Marissa back, but I don't think I'm gonna add her. Hello, Pauline. I'm doing fine right now. I'm contemplating what the hell I'm doing though. I think there was a fight where you did use Turbo Death Bomb and it wasn't useful. I mean, obviously, like, that's great. I mean, I just love like like paralysis is fine. Not what it used to be, but it's still good. Speed drops are speed drops, right? Like that just itself is solid. Character list I'll put in the party. That's not true in the slightest. Let me look at Sake some more. There's I don't have Kaguya yet. Wait, this also deals damage? I didn't even realize that. It's such a hard decision. There's pros and cons to all of them. Do I dare drop Chiro and just lose my speed debuffer? I probably shouldn't. Look how small she is. Look how short she is compared to everyone else in this sprite. But then what? Am I gonna... Maybe I just drop Flan for now? I can try out Flan later if I want to. Use Summoner. It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot. Okay, Wriggly Roo. In fact, let's just start building down that line. I'm gonna give you some shit. Do magic damage. I got Maribel, I got Roomba, and I'm trying out Yuko and trying out Aaron for now. It's not great, but we'll do. Okay, Sakuya. Dude, why does this skill exist? Like, this one feels so bad. Wait, I forgot you're weird. Let's get Private Square, because we all know, like, that's the thing. That's, like, what we care about, right? I don't know if I ever read this. I don't think I actually ever read either of these. Hold on. What? The Forbidden 13th Hour? You see, what? I don't think I ever read those previously. All skill points of misdirection. Guess what? I did. I did as much extra attack and misdirection and another murder. I went all in that line. Right, use this. And I forget what you do. I kind of like know what you do, but I kind of don't remember what you do. This is the one that just adds death to things. This. Fuck, I don't remember how this works. There's a lot of words on my screen right now. Oaks. Ranker. Roomba. I miss you. Multiple points. But you have a ship back here as well. I don't care about any of those. But this action skill, man, you're so true. There is no gameplay. Gameplay's not real. Right, you know what I do need to do? Growth bonuses. I guess that's why your numbers could be skewed. While I'm here, let me just do this real quick. Holy moly, my girl. Bum. Yuiko. Who else did I just add to the party? Erin. Right, I have a billion of these. Yeah, you happy, Tenchi? You better be. And then I want to go here. Here. Did I look at... Yeah, I did look at this. She even not Deaf in Mind. She already has Deaf in Mind! But she'll get more anyway. Eventually. Right, I'm rich. Let's spend it all in one place. Someone I forgot. Yeah, you. Wriggle could use those HP gems more. Yeah, but Wriggle's probably not a permanent party member. Again, she's probably like one of the first characters to get benched. Whenever my girl Remy shows up. Oh right, I have a bunch of like cool items, don't I? That is a flan item if I've ever seen one. Who wants a billion HP? Do you? It's attack and death. You know what? Fuck it, you take it. HP mine. You know what? That sounds like something I want to give to you. Remy's in this game. I've already seen her. Like, who knows how long it'll take till I get her, but, like, I know she does exist. HP attack. Magic. You take that. I gotta sneeze. Oh. Oh, excuse me. So you can take one of those. Who wants this? Who wants 80% magic and speed or attack and speed? I can think of a lot of people. She has a composite attack. Yeah, I'm using her for damage. Let's look at else what I got here. It's not bad. Mediocre. Right, I have Sea Hunters as well. I should just give everyone a shit ton of the fucking Sea Hunters. Who wants that as the finisher? Okay, let's give it to my girl Mystia. We love Mystia. you don't have particularly much in the form of good items on you right now. Let's give you a Sea Hunter. Let's give you a Sea Hunter. Let's give you a Sea Hunter. Like it needs only 2 stats, no more attack and speed. What do you think I've given her? Attack and speed. I've also given her some HP. But, like, is that criminal to, like, give her HP? Should I have to apologize for my sins right now? Sure, take a Spatha, why not? Want to give Chen HP? Because Chen never wants to be in when a hit happens anyway. Like, if Chen's in taking a hit, my play is to pray that she dodges. Can I give you a form of accuracy instead of this? I don't want to give you that, though. I already have that on someone. I should give you this for the time being. I'll definitely swap her around later as I get more. Probably done breeding. No, almost done breeding in the time I spent yapping. And you know what, guys? You know what the best part is? There's about to be another cutscene. So we don't even get out of the Yap Fest. We're gonna walk in here, boom, immediate cutscene. Told you. Ready for it? Yep, there it is. You hear someone's frightening nightmare of the past. Hey. Good day, just as expected. Every one of us has come. Oh. I see. Well, of course, considering the situation and all. I don't know the first thing about those rocks, personally. Yeah, same. Who's having a nightmare about this? Is this Yukari? Or is it gonna be Miko? Miko showed up first. Or is it gonna be... Oh, it's one of them that's not Suwako, I know that. I hesitated about coming at first, but when I heard an active duty Lunar Sage would be here, I knew I just couldn't ignore the call. Is this gonna be No, it's not Sagme. Sagme is not in a nightmare. Well, so with this impressive of a group, surely we're not here to have tea, are we? Isn't that right, Kaguya, Aden, and Lunar Sage Sagame? You can just call her Sagame. You don't have to... Alright, yo, shoddy, yo, hold on a second. Aaron, you got competition, girl. Ooh, Sagame looks like pure sex in this game. I would yell at you for that, but you're not wrong. Oh. Holy. Get off the screen, Kaguya. Oh, get her out of here. Of course, this is a really serious matter. Of course. You take it from here, Aaron. Very well, then. The subject of this meeting is none other than the 7 occult balls gathered here with us. These are my balls on the table. Notice how they there's no hair on them. Using today's sponsor of the stream, Manscaped. Yeah, I don't have a sponsor, and it's definitely not Manscaped. I'll never take them as a sponsor. With all the trouble they've caused us of late, I'd like to seal them away in a safe manner. However, the Lunar Capital Ball is too powerful for that to be a simple task. I've brainstormed some solutions alongside Gensokyo's more powerful residents, but... Aaron and I tried really hard, okay? Due to some reasons. Doesn't look like we could just straight up destroy it. And throwing it away sounds like a scary prospect, too. Occult balls being from the outside world's places of legend all possess quite the power. However, the Lunar Capital Ball is especially frightening. Hey, I've got to ask. I don't really know anything about these balls. Balls. What are those reasons you mentioned? Why can't you just destroy it already and say, yep, we're done. See, here's the problem now. This chick right here, and this chick right here, I'm going to want to add to my party. Well, Sagme, depending on what she looks like, we'll have to read her skills when she joins. If she joins. In the post-game, in DLC, when Plus Disc comes out 5 years from now. I wish it were that simple, but if we were to go into straight now, Powder stray berries and boundaries, it's rumored to have, may go berserk. Sagme, you're not allowed to talk, remember? In the end, the ball never accomplished its wish, did it? Even soulless tools have their own sort of fixation toward goals they were made to achieve. When destroying tools under such unfortunate circumstances, there are sometimes cases where if that fixation gets out of control, causing a disaster. Yes, even more so considering the important connections this thing has. There's no way of knowing what kind of barriers or boundaries could be wiped out if we destroyed a magic item like this one. So, nope, nuh-uh, absolutely not happening. If we were to carry out its destruction, it would probably take whatever concepts, in other words, boundaries, it picked up on nearby and make an absolute mess of them. This is just off the top of my head, but some examples would be living and non-living, life and death, human and yokai, natural and artificial, just to name a few. Destruction of those borders would blur the entirety of Gensokyo, even if just temporarily, and, well, that'd be more than just really bad, huh? It'd be the downfall of Gensokyo, no joke. Jeez, this is scary stuff. If we were to destroy it, we would at the very least have to determine which boundaries would be destroyed and take appropriate measures beforehand. But if we took those measures, destroying the ball would still require a lot of time and effort. Come on, it would be that serious. What you're describing is a bit different from the occult ball's power. I agree, I can't fathom why disposing of the occult balls would lead to such dire consequences either. Yes, they were immensely powerful magic stones, but no events have taken place whilst keeping them in check to demand quite this level of caution, have they? Yes, the main abilities of the occult balls were the destruction of space, as well as destruction and alternation of barriers. They didn't possess the sort of cataclysmic power we're talking about, at least not during the time when you all vied for their possession. And you're saying they're different now. What's different about them? What could have changed that much? Ah, saying a lad may be figured out. It's the rumors, isn't it? That's right. We focus the lunar capital's strength into imbuing the occult balls with the power of words. And that very power, through the means of the urban legend institute, caused the manifestation of rumors that continue to use to pervade Gensokyo even now. Here in Gensokyo, rumors have largely become the same as reality, and at present there are some very frightening rumors going around about the occult balls. With Reimu and Marissa, Miko and Byakuran, Ksen, Reimu, and all sorts of other big players like Notori, but we're going to ignore like the other characters in that game, going off in Gensokyo having one-on-one fights for them, it's only natural some big rumors would start spreading. I see, if people found out that the whole affair was over the occult balls, and that they boasted the power to stray boundaries, yeah, I guess it's obvious that the rumors would get even worse. Yes, that's right, thanks to the large-scale struggle you all wage over the occult balls, a very inconvenient rumor has attached itself to them. A bunch of Gensokyo's key players fought incredibly hard for control over these magical items, capable of causing more destruction than anything else we've ever seen. Only I played Urban Legend Limbo, I'd know this. Yeah, it's a shame I never played then. It's definitely not VODs of me playing it on YouTube. Plus, here the occult balls really have been entangled in some of the more serious incidents we've had lately, haven't they? With that fact, yeah, I can see the rumors spreading. Goodness, what a troublesome matter. I advised everyone against meddling with them and fought quite hard to keep them away from curious hands, but perhaps my actions backfired. While the lunar capital was being attacked by pure life, a stone from the moon containing an enormous amount of life was used as a base in the ball's creation. Next came ore from the Age of the Gods, wisdom of the lunar sages, and lastly, the power of words from a Matsukami, a heavenly god capable of changing the world. So that's what went to crafting it. They didn't hold anything back, huh? To make matters worse, now we've got the power of rumors revolving around Gensokyo's countless institutes and its residents. Yeah, this ball sounded pretty scary. Things got even more divinity than I do. Well, if you consider the lunar capital situation back then, I don't think they could afford to hold anything back. The balls had already caused a commotion, started to gain power. They did something clever and piggybacked on the readily available concept of a occult ball, then imbued it with the frighteningly grave order of saving their nearly fallen capital. Indeed, the occult balls possess all the qualities necessary to gain power as magical items, and in droves at that. All's left for them to gain history and become things of legend. And that's simply a matter of time. Can we, can I play the game? Or if the Age of Gods be tomorrow incoming, if only. Yeah, and they've already done big enough stuff to warrant legendary status. If they accumulate a few decades or centuries of history and then become legends, we're finished. It'd be way too much for us to handle then. Ha ha ha. No laughing matter, Miko. It's not. The commotion these objects have caused, and the still persisting manifestation of rumors make for a troublesome situation already. But if we don't take action, Guard's right. I'd like to somehow dispose of the occult balls before their rumors, legends, and history accumulate and give them any more power than they already have. The more I think about it, the spicier these balls become. You guys had a fierce struggle over these things for a short time, yeah? I should have joined in too. There you go, not taking this seriously again. The whole affair was quite serious, you know. Sorry, everyone. Everything Lunar Capital Balls calls entirely the fault of us residents of the Lunar Capital. Yet you still became involved in our affairs and worked alongside Aaron to save Lunar Capital. We Lunarians are very grateful to the residents of Gensokyo. Thank you truly. Nah, no need for thanks. Ha ha ha. Well, not like I had anything to do with it anyway. Aaron, Rainbow, and the others, who knows who they could be, were the ones who saved the moon. Surely an active duty lunar sage didn't come here and say, I'm sorry, yes? You've brought us a means of dealing with the Lunar Capital Ball that we were struggling to dispose of, haven't you? Yes, I have. Current state, I agree it's too dangerous to destroy it using normal means. Considering the risk, you might even say it's impossible. But there's something that can make it possible. One of the Lunar Capital's most well-known kept secrets. The God-Concealing Barrier. That's right, the God-Concealing Barrier. The God-Concealing Barrier? What, you mean like the God-Concealing Barrier? Yes, this is the God-Concealing Barrier. However, I realize you got approval from the other active sages. Must have been difficult, right? The other sages feel very responsible for the incident as well. Well, whatever. If they're willing to help, then I'd gratefully take it. God-Concealing Barrier, could you explain in more detail exactly what sort of barrier we're talking about? What was that just now? Was that a nightmare? General tone felt kind of different from the ones we've seen so far. Seems like Kaneko, Suwako, and a bunch of other really strong-looking people we don't know had gathered together for something before Gensokyo's collapse. We saw Yukari. You know Yukari. You met her. Yeah, it looks like all of Gensokyo's most important players were assembled. What did we just see, Aaron? As you surmised, that wasn't a nightmare. It was a real conversation we had in the past. Before this incident took place, we all gathered together to seal the occult balls. This doesn't make any sense. Why did real memories replay themselves to us in this nightmare? So in the past, you failed to seal the occult balls. Maybe that very fact is a nightmare to someone, or something like this. Or no, maybe it's... Come on, that's enough of that. We just got here, Rainbow. It's way too early to go assuming anything based off of such little scraps of info. Yes, I suppose you're right. Kaga Suwako not included in the powerful people, true. So yeah, go and walk till our legs fall off like always. Sure, people will show up to try something on us anyway. Once we deal with them, we'll understand what's going on. Sure decide things quickly, but I guess you might be right. Okay then, let's go explore every inch of this place like always, find out who this rotten nightmare belongs to. Heck yeah! Well, that's a difficult phase. I guess everyone's chosen to act without thinking too hard after getting all that info, and you're shocked at their rashness. And by their decisiveness and vigor, am I right? I suppose if you were to put into words, yes, that'd be correct. I get how you feel. Watching them gives you chills, right? On the other hand, does it feel like a weight's been lifted too? For us old folks, tied down by the mountains of time, knowledge, or responsibility we've piled up, as well as the fear of what we could lose, their decisiveness is beyond what we could ever muster. I can get why you feel jealous. You know, I'm fine with how this game does most characters. Akadi is like the one that I'm the most like weirded by. Look at the situation we're in after the God-Concealing Bear's failure. Yes, even more so. Oh yeah, for sure. Grand plan you carefully crafted with your mountain of knowledge ended up flubbing, huh? Absolutely and utterly. I feel like a total fool. Shackles of eternal life, huh? Jeez. You want to talk? You always sound so stiff and cold when talking to Lunarian Sakai. Don't you have some strange shackles you've yet to take off too? Come on, not at all. Isn't that right, my BFF, Aaron? Really? Yeah, you're right. That messed up for sure. Truth is, not even the ruler of hell who was scolding you just a moment ago has finished taking off her shackles yet. But despite that, no, maybe precisely because of that, I can understand what you feel when you look at all those young members of our team. Same goes for Sagme too, not just you, but let's forget the discord between us for now. Let's work together to be guiding figures to show them the way. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Dude, Connie, you've done nothing this entire game. Also, remember the early part of the game where they were like, I mentioned, where like, only one of us can go in a dungeon because the rest of us have to maintain our land, and then they all fucking go in the dungeon right now. Anyway, Discord. Discord, like oh my gosh, like the freaking app. Oh my goodness. I don't have any disdain for you in particular though. Yeah, all that disdain's come for Kate here. Do you think you should work on your own flaws before you lecture out, dude? I feel like this game has flip flop Hikari and Aaron. Ugh. I played it here, Labyrinth the dog. Yeah, unbelievable. I hate Lunarians. Ugh. She's sulking now. Lunarians, the lunar capital and all that. I guess this isn't time to be concerned with any of it. Not right now, at least. Former brain of the moon and the current genius physician of the surface. Yagiko Aaron, we need your help with this institute. Pure Divine Spirit Junka. Yes, let's work together. Let's cooperate to ensure this beautiful system we call Gensoki doesn't meet its end here. Dude, can we fucking just... Can I play the game? Everyone's having a happy moment, but me... Holy shit, it's gameplay. Just kidding. Breeding is done. I skipped like 2 lines of dialogue. Sue me. Oh, actually what I should do. Formation! Fuck it, let's get all the new people. No. Let's do like this for me now. We can scatter things around later. There's a lot of orbs. Boss fight. Looks like a boss fight early. No. That might not be true. There's a fucking green, blue, and red orb. Huh, that's gonna be great now, isn't it? For those who have bested 12 lunatic level foes in battle. Those who walk the entirety of the Nightmare of the Lost claim their rewards from their Hakataku. Okay. Okay. This was going to be for this dungeon, right? Remember the ideal pursuing and claim their... Oh, yeah. I assume that's going to be this dungeon. For those who have unleashed the power of the 3 orbs. Challenge level 102. Challenge level there, 64. Stump of Order. Very physically bulky. Silent Takedown. You know what that means? I didn't get the silence chance. It's over. Saki got to kill, guys. We're so back. Saki is actually the best character in the entire game. Wait, I could just do that? Wait, what? It's just straight to the boss. Okay. Guess what that means? More cutscenes. Are you Kari? What's up? Maybe my eyes are getting tired. The fire there looks kind of blurry. Yep, that's what this was, huh? Good. So my eyes aren't tired after all. Hey, take these things a little more seriously, Mailing. Jeez, everyone stop blabbing. Get ready for a fight. Okay. It is a boss fight, but it's not a major boss fight. We love Tenchi. We love Tenchi. They have a very good mind. Oh, they also don't have much HP. Oh. I'm very smart. Rumia, get out here. I should have just done that from the fucking beginning. I was like planning to like try to set this up, and then I realized, oh, they don't have HP. They just have good defenses. Someone call Rumia here. Well, that was pretty easy, wasn't it? Wonder how strong those things were aside, huh? Hey, Rainbow, wasn't that? Yeah, I know you don't have to say anything. Those things are definitely related to Yukari's gaps. I figured, what's going on then? We're assuming this nightmare works the same as the other ones. I think Yukari's turned into an avatar and is going around causing trouble, but I don't know. Yeah, there's that weird visual we saw at the entrance to consider too. Who knows if we could take this at face value. Hearing Yukari's connection to both the vision and those scat monsters, we're going to be wary of her and anyone we saw in that vision. Do we need to be wary of me too, then? You old folks always look like you're having so much fun you crack jokes nobody asked for. Right? I know exactly what you mean. Old folks, that's how you view me, Racing. How sad. Boomer. Here we go again. Look, Master, act moody and make sarcastic remarks all you want. If you really don't like what people say, please stop with the self-deprecating yet condescending jokes in the first place. No matter how someone responds, there's no right answer, so you always get upset. It really grinds my gears. You got to lot of your own pupil. Wish the others could all be this carefree, too. We need to really be careful. You need to be really careful about Yukari right now. Stay on our guard, everyone. Man, that was hard to play. Okay, well. No Princess of the Moon. Okay, well, there's Kaguya. That shall open for those who have freed the Princess of Heaven, Tenchi, the Messengers of the Divine Palace, Iku, carry three of each of the three types of stone which shines with moonlight. Oh, fucking... My moonstones. I don't have 3 royal blue moonstones. I guess while I'm here, let me leave and check one other thing. There should be new exploration available. Royal Blue Moonstone chances are not going up, boys. I have bad news. Oh, that one dropped it. Okay, I might be able to get 0.3? Looks like it's rounding. I don't think I'm hitting 0.3 anywhere. Big sale. No, that's just a normal sale. Okay, play back to the menu. Yeah, it's only been an hour of things. Don't worry, guys. We're actually going to get to play the game. Oh. Well, gotta get some Royal Blue Moonstones before we can get Kaguya. I mean, why don't we just why don't we just get wiped real quick? Do easy life fragment farming, guys. Easy farming. You don't know. I'm actually just here grinding. We gotta check for the hidden paths. Stirring power. That's a lot of resistances. However, you know who you are vulnerable to? This is cheaper. Relaxing honey lemon tea. Hold up. We don't get to play the game. We gotta go shopping immediately. Surely now we get to play the game, right? Egg, that's truly what it was. Some sleepy cliff salt, not bad. It's dead end game. Okay, she just one-shot the tree with her basic attack. On dead ends. Fire attack triples XP gain. HP and buff stats by 1.33. I didn't want to hit you. That was a mistake. I'd like to see some Royal Blue Moonstone. 0.2% drop rate in every battle, by the way, which could be great. Sure, I have keys. Okay, here's some new things. Ideal Embracing Maiden, physically weak. Very... Oh, you're just the boss that we fought. Saki has done a whole lot of basic attacks so far. There's 2 regular blue moonstones, but those aren't the ones I'm looking for. Easiest clean sweep for Misty I've ever seen. No items? You kidding me? No Royal Blue Moonstones? I'm so unlucky. Well, a lot of paths with a whole lot of like not much going on. Ooh, you. Oop, that was a misclick. It's not gonna do shit. Can you imagine? It didn't trigger twice. I'm so unlucky. Oh, that didn't kill. Okay, that was not the best fight you've ever seen. Okay, bunch of goodies down here, looks like. But of course, he's just gonna tease us with them. Okay, well, there's 2 more Dream Souls, so we can get either Suwako or Uchuo. Although I hate to break it, I don't know if either of them are going to be joining my party, but who knows, maybe one of them will be so cool that I have to figure out who I'm dropping. Great job, Yuko. Your first thing you did was a miss. It's the fact that I probably won't add any of them. I'm not going to, like, go back and grab it right now. We'll go and see them later. Labyrinth order. Go. Having a stroke, my guys. It happens sometimes. I understand. That's cringe. Like everyone got the silence. That's a pretty attack. Warm onion consume. Oh, that's another thing to grab though. And Alice is done breeding. The game really makes me want to leave right now. Stream of energy. Good job, you two. Just get everything that like looks like. Okay, here, this is what I was looking for. The wind, mystic, and dark, notably dark. Hera, just to weaken that damage even more. See what this looks like. Cool. I want to click this and see what it looks like. Aaron, why? Why would you do that? I trusted you. Fine, let's just fucking let's just get my girl out here. Polycrystal. Star Sunstone. No, I want the royal blue. The royal blue thingy. Okay, I need magic. Sure. Well, it doesn't really have the AoE. I guess what I should do is... What's your BP? Sure, just do it for now. I want to explore the parts that are the furthest from spawn. At least that looks like they're the furthest from the spawn. Click the funny button! You gotta admit, it's a pretty funny button. Go Chen! Well, there's one orb. Yeah, I would just leave to go, like, check some stuff, but, like, battle chains make me not want to leave. Click the funny button. Fresh milk in the shop. I mean, we take those. Star Sunstone. Thank goodness we're not Infinity Corridor training. Mary Milk? I don't think it's Maribel's milk. Unfortunately. Okay, found the path to the red orb. Just rip through a bunch of these right now over here. Pressing the wrong button. Okay, discipline. Okay. There we go. Click the funny button. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. Right, I get P for that. But I can do this. Well, do I want to do that? Yeah. Life Remnant? Yo, we're just farming Life Remnants here. Cool, you're just... Okay, that's a lot of buffs. But Rumi exists. Neat. Leave. Order of operations. Breeding. Treasure shop. The onion. Glad to see that's still there. The fresh milk. Okay, archives, might as well hit the mapping bonus while we're here. Honestly, probably not, might as well, but I did. You can't stop me. Did I get my other bonus? Yes, I did. Check the bestiaries, because there's some lockbox keys that we don't need. Nothing new there. Get my level ups while we're here. Do I have the ability to release people? I guess we release Suaka because she allows me to craft equipment that I'm never going to use, that I'm never going to do anyway, so let's grant Uchuo! Okay, let's see how mid you are. Maybe she's the GOAT. Love Ukuo game plan. She might have a fun game plan, but like question is he, you know. Of course, phenomenal magic, good HP, other stats are all whatever. Element resistance. I mean, she technically has element resistance. Elemental resistance are so-so. AP regen is solid. At base MP is whatever. Base TP is whatever. Show me the money. Effective healing spells in you by 8%. % damage don't take when inflicted with any stat debuff, whatever. Yes, I get it, Aleph. Okay, the Palace of Vera Sphere is passive. 30 persists above 100. Half the amount above 100 is ignored. Yep. Well, all of her game plan flows around a couple things, so that's cool. All it requires this. Granted, what? Fucking, I read the words. I mean, I knew it was good. I knew the word stack was going to appear. But, like, I still was praying that a word stack wasn't going to appear. Atomic Heat Chain, max 5 upon using an attack spell. All stacks are lost upon moving to the rear or upon performing an action other than using an attack spell. So they're moved upon swapping, so you should be out on the front line for forever. Yippee-ki-yay. Which path should we go? Let's go on here. 10% chance to gain a stack at the start of each turn. 20%. So only 3 stacks are here upon losing to the rear. Critical heat preservation of triggering, 50% chance to lose 1 less stack. Okay. Use damage dealt by 4% for every stack, but also increase the damage taken. 50% chance to lose all stacks upon pouring an action other than an attack spell. Halves atomic heat chain, acceleration increased. Accelerations increase damage taken. 6% is 3%. Removes the damage taken. Grants 30% chance to avoid upon using another action. Okay, yep. Go left because there's less stuff over here. Go. AoE, accuracy up, magic attack. Only 40% mind. Worth noting. Plus accuracy. Increase guard factor by 10 down to 30. Not bad. Damage taken minus 4%. It's not an attack spell. Time. Buff potency is decreased by 8% for every stack of atomic heat chain. So you can get that to do a 44% damage taken down one time. Why would you ever want to use this? Maybe there's extremely rare situation where you want to get rid of literally all of your stacks just to get a one-time take half damage from something. Magic up. Only usable if it has at least one stack, but from secret by 10 points for every stack. See, this makes more sense. You juice up your magic so then you can start doing more magic. But the fact that this is only one turn... Increase potency to 6 points and further 10 for every stack. All for every stack, okay. I mean, okay, this makes it like, it's like you want to like one time take no damage. Cool. This gives Death Mind Speed. Okay, interesting. Mega Flare. Better accuracy, more expensive, slightly slower, only use at least one atomic heat. So you have to like Petite Flare into Mega Flare. Requires 3, requires 5. Okay. It's just better in every regard. It's slightly worse in terms of speed. Otherwise, better in like every regard. Slightly more expensive, but who cares? Use guard factor down to 23. Mega Flare crit rate. Critical mass. Excuse me, not crit. Mega Flare to be used without any stacks. Okay. So you just get that, and then you can click Mega Flare instead of Petite Flare. Giga Flare. Even stronger, insane damage multiplier. By 8 points down to a 12% mind. Still can't beat the 0% of Dark Side of the Moon. Used with 2 stacks instead of 3. Chance to not consume any heat chain upon use. That's Repetitive Flare. 200 to 10%. Yeah, this is the Labyrinth that you expect Labyrinth to be. Not necessarily on the guard factor, but like on the damage. Super accuracy, of course, 5 stacks. It's no time heat chain stacks upon use, instead consumes 3. Guard factor down to 5%, still not 0. So it's still not Dark Side of the Moon against enemies with 5 billion mind. Chance to not consume any. Neat. Kind of expensive to get there, but it exists. Row base has a wide damage range. Yeah, I think that's pretty wide, game. Increase the low normally range by 10 points for every stack of time heat chain. Only use both one stack, lowers enemies' mines. Cool. Not really required for 10 evil stars. Increases the mine down chance by 10, the potency. UNR only requires 3 stacks of a heat chain. Brings magic up and the death down and speed down. Icky. But it doesn't eat the atomic heat chains or like flare up, so that's not bad. Power by percentage based on that. Okay. Use just 2 instead of 3. Decrease deep potency by 4 and gets 1-time damage dealt up buff. Okay, what is this? What are these numbers? Only usable with at least 4 stacks. Grants 9 and consumes 1. User takes damage equal to their max HP. So does this just kill her? Or because it doesn't say she survives on 1. 3 stacks instead of 4. Has at least 10 TP upon being K. Okay, it does kill her. 10 TP is consumed to save her to cover 50% HP. Okay. For every heat chain above 2 to avoid taking self-damage. Instead gain an invulnerable buff for a turn. I love gambling. One stack of any targets have mind deep up down. Oh, look for that's really low. What are we doing here, game? Like, even if you can use that as is, it's not even that strong. It's quick. It's quick. That's the only thing. It's cheap and quick. It's dark. Here's the lower limit, up to a maximum of 50, 90 to 110. That just puts you at, like, the normal range. Allows 10 evil stars to also be used as long as these time heat chain stacks and turn counter add up to a multiple of 10. Why would you use this besides the fact that it's, like, a little quick? These right there, left side is just cracked. I mean, I can see using a couple of these things for like quote unquote cheaper spell. Like this kind of is like a last digit, like last stand new. Like this is, it's not even stronger because of mind factor. Yeah, nothing over here is worth anything unless you want like some of the secondary effects, right? Like this has a use because it's a magic buff that doesn't lose stacks, right? So, like, I could see ripping one. I could see, like, this being useful. It's also not a bad formula. But, yeah, like, this over here, like, unless the enemy's super mystic resistant. I mean, I don't know if I'll use her much. We'll see long term. We'll see. But, like, you know, she's interesting. I like her. She looks cool. I'm not going to use her for the time being. Like I said, maybe I'll use her at some point, but you know, again, there is an issue of there's too many characters in this game. I should check my log boxes just to make sure. About the blue thingy, Bobovsky. Well, she exists, and she does a lot of nuking, turns out. Okay, guys, let's actually go play the game a little bit more before I go make dinner. Whee! Those tasty greens. Let's go this way. But it doesn't look like it's going to lead to anything good. Anything, like, useful, like, map-wise. Which looks like a chest, and that's it. Ultra rare item drop. Stellar Twister. Magic Mind and Accuracy. I didn't give you a fucking final equipment slot? I'm very smart. Here, take that. There's probably something better, but let's grab that for now. War Atelier Tools. Chest? Lockbox key. Woo. I like when there's something useful in my chests. Oh, hello. Oh, this seemed to kick me down here. Apple mint teeth. Fuck you, Gabe. Stop giving me all the fruit in there, so I want to go back and grab it. Things on the north side, but that's it. Goodbye. We want to go this way. Nothing. About this way. Okay, Twinkling Nightmare Warden. Pretty bulky. Fallen Angel's Drug. Whee! Light Ray, my beloved. Dude, it's just giving me all the freaking food items. I have to leave to go get them. Book against Book of Beginnings or Book of Experience by winning a ram counter. That's an interesting break item to have gotten. Do I put that in? But if I do, over what? Like the plus this releases, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Listen, I don't want the items to get replaced. I've already seen an item get replaced. I don't want to let another one get replaced. Kage, we'll see you eventually. And I'll have to read your entire kit just to not use you. That's all. Rare item drop. Yeah, this one right here. Whee! It should take me to you. Yup. There's just one other spot to explore before we can... That should be the entire floor, except, like, the challenge areas. Not you, but you. Cutscene! Yep. He's not. No, oh, don't be another long. Oh, I just want to play the game. The effects of the God-concealing barrier are very simple. The erasure of all memories related to anything placed inside the barrier, from all life forms across all worlds. That is all. Uh-oh. It's a little heavy to minimize with that's all. Don't you think? Missing the memories of anyone or anything put inside. Hey, don't you think that's kinda... Let me ask you this up front. Have you ever used this barrier to erase any of Gensokyo's yokai, divine beings, or anyone else? If you answer yes, we're about to have a problem. Now, hold on a second. Wait, please, I'll explain. He surmised in the distant past, long ago this barrier was created as a countermeasure to erase gods and concepts. Hey, be quiet, Sagame. You're gonna cause problems if you don't choose your words very carefully. We'll have Aaron explain. Yes, that's correct. For conceptual beings such as us divine beings, yokai, and so on, being forgotten is fatal. We require worship, fear, or even anger or hatred from humans. Even being ostracized is fine. But if we're not kept in people's memories, thoughts, and perception, a yokai's very existence will weaken, even a god can disappear completely. So Lunarians ever use this barrier to erase anyone? Goodness. Look, let me explain a little more and you'll understand. Yes, capturing a yokai or god within this could surely make it as if they never existed. But such a dangerous power can't be allowed to be used recklessly, so its utilization requires the consensus of the Ludo capital. And I swear that as far as the moon's history stretches back, this barrier has never been used recklessly and properly. Of course, it's never been used on anyone from Gensokyo. It's never been used improperly. Good and evil are all in the eye of the beholder. From my point of view, the capital's attempts to annihilate the surface using the lunar capital ball is an unforgivable sin, but... If you view maintaining lunar capital and the life of its residents as top priority, then it'd be fine to wipe out all life on the surface and protecting the Lunarian population. Whew! Good and evil are such vague concepts, huh? Okay, let me explain it in concrete terms. God's barrier is only allowed to be used in the center of the lunar capital's palace, and moreover, only a Matsukami. Furthermore, that's 80% or more lunar sages is needed, and its use also requires the power of 8 exceptionally skilled individuals. Because of this firm pledge, and because we've rigorously upheld it for tens of thousands of years, God the Bear holds enough power to manipulate the memories of all worlds, erasing any god we put inside it. 8 individuals. Huh, that's why there's 8 of us here. So this bear was designed with the Lair de Luna capital in mind. The concept of Bagua, or the 8 trigrims. Is that right? I'd say that's why he asked Kaneko and I to come. Yeah, you guys are worthless to us otherwise. Aaron explains it again and again until all actions of the Lunarians were for the greater good, yeah. Qui de le gen zun kan gen and kun, eh? Well, there's nobody on the surface more appropriate to handle Kun and Kion than Suako and I. You can count on us. It can only be used in the center of the capital's palace, only on Matsukami, yes? That's why you told us. That's what you told us, is it not? However, neither of those conditions apply to our situation. Will this even work? And while I'm asking questions, have you actually obtained the sage's approval? You've gained more than enough votes from lunar sages to use the barrier, me included. And furthermore... Yes, we're not in the center of the palace, and the occult balls aren't a Matsukami, of course. Therefore, if we're going to use the barrier here, it would break the pledge the Lunarians have held up since long ago. Henceforth, the God-containing barrier would likely never be able to be used again. However, for its final use, we'll be able to utilize its effects to the fullest. Right, we're going to sacrifice the lunar capital's history of strictly observing the rules when killing gods. Holy crap, that wasn't 5 years? I guess that happened? Yes, that happened. I don't think I even have to say this, but this was a continuation of the nightmare we saw in the first level of this place. But this, too, is actually a real conversation that took place. Indeed, we thought we'd sealed the occult balls with the God-consuming barrier. Saying that, though, you didn't know the balls had life in them at the time, right? Using Grand Wall barrier to seal away living balls that excel at destroying boundaries and barriers. I know hindsight's 2020, or this plan seemed like it was bound for total failure from the start. I think I'm starting to get an idea why this incident happened. Now using celestial lore for the plot, yeah, unbelievable. Well, if a group of elites like them didn't notice they had life, then I doubt anyone could have. Evaluating whether something is alive is a tricky blind spot you wouldn't expect. Even more so when you're talking about something that can't move on its own, isn't even capable of thought. Dude, once again, all of the smartest and strongest characters against Sokyo are no match for Sumereku. Unbelievable. What if my sister could have focused on the balls and read their thoughts? I don't even think even she knew about them, but still. We can't ask her. It's not like she's on our party or anything, but she's an optional, so we can't have her have a cutscene. Ooh, optional. He's using ritual sense celestial treasures. Let's use it. Yeah, we need the celestial treasure of the bees and all this other random crap. If she coulda, just because something has enough thoughts for a story to read doesn't mean it's got life. I can't think of it. I've got no idea how you even could tell what something in front of you has life if it doesn't even move. Looks like a person, talks like a person, then well, it's probably a person. Regardless of how difficult it was or wasn't to notice, we messed up terribly. If only one of us had realized, we wouldn't have been in such a terrible situation, right, Meow? Now, come on, it's enough looking back in the past. I'm concerned right now is these scenes that keep flowing in our heads. These are memories of real events, right? Previous labyrinths, we mostly witnessed fictional nightmares where the avatar's just monologuing. Yeah, it's another part of all this we don't get. Heck, we don't even know anything about this place's avatar yet. Well, there would be avatars here like the other nightmares. We ain't even doubt that, my snilf. I don't know, those Gat monsters who attacked this first level are making Yukari look awful suspicious. Oh well, if we want clear answers, just gonna have to keep on going. You can always save stopping and thinking after we hit a dead end, can't we? Right, let's keep walking while we have a path in front of us. Less thinking, more acting. On the floor, staircase up, looks like a boss. No, there's no boss. No, there is a boss, yeah, I'm smoking. Vent up there, blocked by a tree. 2 events. Intriguing. but highly disturbed. Let's just keep walking. Let's try to get this despair crystal. Boom. Got it. Hard fight. Fruit? Easy. We get the chest, more stun stones. I need the Royal Moonstones game. Gotta get that Kaguya-si. Okay, Sunlight Dancer. Very physically weak. She's dead. Doesn't Kaguya lives in the sun? You're weird, huh? Yeah, we got all the moon people. Just wait till the sun people start coming out in the next Touhou game. Yin Yang Shift Zone. Spear Resist. Cool. Alice is done breeding? Ice. Because of course there's ice. Super Swarm Premonition. Giga Wind and Spear Resist. Infant Power Dragon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Binky. Hmm? Hmm? Hey, look over there. Right there on that super far away cliff. Oh, what? Hold on. What are you doing? Oh, I'm scared. Go away. You hear? Hold on. Are those normal villagers? That thing, that's one of the Gap monsters, isn't it? Are they gonna be okay? What are plain old villagers doing here? No characters. No, there's no way we're making it in time. Oh well. Sometimes this kind of stuff just happens no matter how hard you try. Lights can disappear in an instant, and their frailties will make them so precious. Least we can do is watch as they're scattered to the wind. I hate how you get when you live for this long. Look, everyone. I made it in time. Hiya! Dude, Byakuran events and Fantasy Maid Wars and Levy try at the same time. Apparently, everything's just triggering across the two games. I can't believe it. It's... Huh? That was Byakuran, wasn't it? No, I don't think it was. Yeah, there she goes. Yeah, there's no way she'd hear us from this distance. Lady just now. She's one of those from the visions we kept seeing here, right? Yeah, that was Byakuran Yijiri. She's a great Magican and is the chief priestess of a Buddhist temple. She loves saving people in need, but she saved those villagers went off somewhere, yeah? Seems like just the saint I heard she was. I couldn't hear anything with being that far away, but she looked like she used to saving people, huh? Byakuran the Shoda Hunter appears to save the Shoda. Is she the Shoda Hunter? I thought that was like Aya. She's really saving victims in here all on her own. Wow, capable people like her are so amazing. Because we have suspicious that Yukari is here, and now I guess we have confirmation that Byakuran is too. When she looked, this Byakuran, was it? She didn't look like she'd gone crazy or anything. Yeah, but sure is a weird situation. Gap monsters running around, regular villagers being here, and Hijiri saving them. What's going on? We really have to answer that. Maybe we're seeing Byakuran's nightmare. Or she's overtaken by her desire to save people. Those villagers were just nightmares taking human shapes so she'd have someone to save. Yes, that does sound like something that could happen with her. I guess it could be possible that those weren't even real humans. But then theorizing isn't going to get us anywhere. Yeah, time being, at least you know that Byakuran's here. Let's keep going, stay on our guards. That's all we can do. Byakuran, huh? Hope she'll stay safe. Hold on, everyone look over there. Oh? Perfect timing. Let's everyone take a closer look. There, you're safe now. Thanks, lady. I've seen you before. You're from the Mjorn Temple, right? The temple near the village. Oh my. Ada. You Shota Hunter. Do you know of me? That saves me an explanation, then. We're in a crisis right now, so I'm offering my meager assistance to those in need. We have a settlement nearby we're using as our base. It's very dangerous here, so I'm going to transport both of you there now. Uh-huh? Apologize for not asking permission first, but please ask for a proper explanation for the guard you'll meet at the settlement. Ha! Phew. How many will be able to save at this rate? Goodness, Yukari. Well, this is a rare occurrence. Well, it doesn't look like you've lost your mind, and those villagers seem like they were real, not part of a nightmare. Oh? You were watching. It's not good to peep, you know. Yeah, it's not as if we chose to watch those villagers get attacked instead of helping them. We came right as you finished helping them and decided to watch. Dorami. I see. So you've been using your power to travel between nightmares and gather everyone up again. I should have expected, no less. It wasn't all thanks to my power. I simply offered some aid. You know, you seem totally normal, Byakuran. Feels like nothing's changed about you at all. Saying that, there's been a lot of cases lately where we thought we'd been able to get through to someone, but then had our expectations betrayed. Are you referring to the avatars? Yes? Don't worry, I'm not under the influence of one. I did have quite the close call, though. Huh? Wait, for real? Yes, for real. However, it doesn't change the fact that I'm trapped in this nightmare. At present, I've been working to defeat the Avatar in order to escape, but... The Avatar, does it mean you know who you're up against? I'm certainly curious as to what those villagers were doing here, and why you were going around saving them. I suppose I should start by explaining that. Dude, how long is this cutscene gonna last? Dude, why is it... Okay. The villagers you just saw, they were real, not part of the nightmare or anything like that. They were real residents of Gensokyo. And from that fact, it appears that this is a relatively large-scale nightmare with many people in it. By the way, there's only one avatar here, that being Yakumo Yukari. Erk. So those Gat monsters really were leading us on the right track. So I attempted to defeat Yukari just now that she's become an avatar. Regrettably, her strength has risen to another level entirely thanks to the nightmare's power. I was no match for her even with my careful preparation. Therefore, I've given up on trying to defeat Yukari, using straightforward means, and I'm instead focusing my efforts on saving the villagers. Through saving people and decreasing the fear and number of nightmares being experienced, I can reduce the power Yukari currently holds. I see, thank you for the explanation. Hold on, you say you're saving people, but you haven't actually been able to get out of this nightmare, right? But you just sent those villagers you saved somewhere, didn't you? Where'd you send them? Ah, that. The nightmare's monsters may be powerful, but the environment itself was quite nice, yes? Within it, I found it easy to defend location with many habitable buildings in close proximity. I made that spot into a base of the people I've saved, and I sent those villagers there to ensure their safety. I see, yes. This place's atmosphere isn't all that bad, is it? Finally, met someone who's got a sound mind without us having to beat them up. Man, ain't that a breath of fresh air. We've opened checkpoints going in and out of here, so you can join up with us. We're glad to have you on the team, Byakuran. Uh-oh. Yeah, here's some plot convenience. I must test your strength. Give me one good reason. Give me one rational reason. You really are possessed by an avatar, then? It doesn't do the avatar's influence or anything. I'm making this proposal of sound mind. Well, I say proposal, but refusing isn't a choice for you. What do you mean? As you all know, avatars have to take over the... yeah, if you have a large group as yours for the lose to Yukari, I'm sure you understand the consequences. We need to stop Yukari, guys. Let me test your strength. Yep. I see. And grateful that you caught it quickly. Indeed, unless you can defeat me in an all-out battle, I can't allow you to pass. Listen, I'll be waiting a little ways up ahead. Please come see when you're ready. It'd be nice if we could, but I have some things put in order first. The girl I prepare before she meets with someone. You intend to proceed onward? I ask that you prepare as well. Please, I'll do my full... I, too, will prepare my fullest and use my full wits in our power in a battle. What? It's gone. I think about a one-sided conversation. I certainly wish she'd place a little more faith in us. Ah, yes! A group wandering, including a lot of Gensokyo's strongest, including its main shrine maiden, who is, like, one of the strong... like, has beaten, like, every single fucking character up in all of Touhou. And, like, large... Oh, we got Celestials, we got Lunar Sage, we got everyone. We got fucking Goddess of Hell here. I myself, you know... I'm gonna have to test your strength before you do anything. Look like Byakuran with the emo? Yeah, it is what it is. America placed her faith in us and lent her strength to us to use the galactic barrier, and that's what came of it. I can understand why she wanted to be extra cautious. I'm gonna lose my mind. No way around it, huh? We have to tell her. Just got to beat her up. Yup. Alright, Byakuran. Power of everyone's unity far exceeds your strength. Let's solve this incident together this time for certain. Alright, Byakuran will be there in a flash. By a flash, I mean on Thursday. Sound like a villain, Reimu. I'm not doing that part right now. I need to make dinner. Into a battle. What I will do real quick. Look at Tenchi the goat there, by the way. Nice extra attack. Let's get to a battle chain of 10, see if I get a rare guy. And then I'm going to call it. There's Royal Moonstones, one of the Nightmare chests. You mean one of the ones you need the Amber keys for? I think there was some there. Magic up equal this buff's value at the start of each turn. This isn't gonna kill in one. We'll kill in two, which is basic, which is probably like the best I can get. Oh right, we can juice up Rumia's turn so she gets 10 turns, and then can get those stat boosts. Okay, let's do a few things over here. Let's go Sea Hunter. Levels. Moonstones were royal enough? Yeah, those are just basic moonstones. The boring moonstones. More atelier tools. The drop rate pain, yeah. If I get an amber key, I think I can do it. I can get them, but otherwise, it is what it is. But my blood sugar's getting low. I need to go make dinner.